The sun has risen today in Connecticut. The sun has risen over the Indiana fever. Okay, they dropped some Tylenol on them, some Advil, some ibuprofen, and they killed, guys. They cooked the fever in tonight's game when Connecticut Sun defeated the Indiana fever, sent them home packing in a sweep. It was game 2 out of the 3-game series and said no, they denied them the semifinals opportunity. Allow me to give you the play-by-play. The first quarter kicks off, and Caitlin Clark, again, being true to who she is, she gets the first bucket, but it is actually a 3, guys. She puts up a 3. Mitchell scores, then Jones is 2 of 2. Mitchell makes a 3. Carrington scores. Hall scores. Clark makes a 3. Olivia scores. Lexi makes 1 of 2, 3 free throw shots. Thomas scores. Then Thomas scores again. Boston, she gets switched out for Nalissa Smith, okay? And it was crazy because Nalissa Smith, she played like 20 seconds of the game and got immediately yoked up. I'm going to do a video on Nalissa Smith tomorrow, y'all, so stay tuned. Okay, so Mabry makes a 3. Bonner makes 2 of 2. Olivia makes 2 of 2. And the first quarter ends with the Sun up by just 3 points, guys. We had 17 points, while the Fever had 14 points. And then the second quarter begins. Marina scores. Burton makes a 3. Clark scores. Burton scores. Carrington scores. Boston scores. Clark scores. Boston scores again. Thomas scores. Boston makes 2 of 2. Burton makes 1 of 2. Mitchell scores. Bonner makes 2 of 2. Boston scores. Marina scores. Wheeler makes 2 of 2. Jones scores. Boston scores. Marina scores. Clark scores. Jones scores. Burton scores. Clark makes 2 of 2. And the second quarter ends with the Sun having 41 points, so the Fever's just 34 points. The third quarter kicks off. Hall makes a 3. She's really good with that 3-point shot, too. Her hands is hot. Clark scores. Boston scores. And for the first time ever, guys, we are tied. This one, I was getting scared. I was getting nervous. I was like, what's going on? We are tied for the first time in this game, guys, at 41 points to 41 points. But then Bonner scores. Carrington scores. Clark scores. Jones scores. Then Mitchell puts up a 3. Hall scores. Thomas scores. Thomas scores again. Thomas is going on a run, okay? Thomas, choo-choo. The engine, a.k.a. the train, okay? Olivia scores. Clark scores. Burton makes 2 of 2. Thomas scores. Boston scores. Thomas scores. Thomas scores again. The third quarter ends with Connecticut Sun having 61 points to the Fever's 52 points. The fourth quarter begins. Marina makes 2 of 2. Fag Benlay scores. Mitchell makes a 3. Thomas scores. Thomas makes 1 of 1 free throw shots. Dante scores. Bonner scores. Dante scores again. Mitchell scores. Olivia makes 2 of 2. Clark scores. Fag Benlay makes a 3. Clark makes a 3. Then somebody on the Sun hits a 3. It was so quick. I didn't even know who it was. Fag Benlay scores, and we are tied once again, ladies and gentlemen, at 73 to 73 points. Boston scores. Bonner scores, and we are tied once again at 75 to 75 points. Then Boston scores. Bonner makes a 3. Mabry makes a 3. Carrington makes 2 of 2. Bonner makes 2 of 2. Fag Benlay scores. Carrington makes 2 of 2. Mitchell scores. Then Mitchell makes 0 of 1 free throw shots, and that is game, ladies and gentlemen. The Connecticut Sun beat them in a sweep of 87 points compared to the Fever's just 81 points. Again, guys, this game was so tense. Like, you could see it in the crowd. People were on Twitter. Again, like, I like to be on Twitter and Instagram and just social media sites like TikTok, and like seeing like the fans in the crowd, what they tweeting and everything. They said the atmosphere was crazy. And she said it was a man behind her with his young son making fun of Dijonai Carrington's lashes. And then she posted a picture of this lady. She had a t-shirt on that said "ban long nails," and she had like these crazy long like paper acrylic nails to like mock Dijonai Carrington. And it was all this type of stuff. Caitlin Clark got the call. Security on some grown man, again, like I always describe him. He was a not tall. He was a older white gentleman, no hair on his head, big ass beard. He was harassing Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark had to call the people, get that man sent up out of there. Okay, security came and escorted him to talk. I don't know what happened to him after that. But DeWanna Bonner and Caitlin Clark all night was just clashing heads. Arm hooking and everything. Again, the whole atmosphere was just very tense. And like, if you go on Twitter, people are tweeting like, what is being shouted out at players, and like, it was just crazy. Again, when you think about it, Fever could have beat Connecticut Sun today. I thought they were. Okay, I told you, like, I was scared throughout this game. I was like, okay, they had the lead. Connecticut Sun was leading the game up until, I'll say, the beginning of the fourth quarter, right? And that's when we started getting tired. So at some point, a couple of points in this game, the Fever actually had the lead. They had the up, right? They had the leg up. But again, like, Connecticut Sun came through because, again, Connecticut Sun always said this, that offense is just ugly, okay? They're a much more defensive team. They're a physical team. But when it comes to offense and sitting at plays, again, Veronica Burton was smoking it up. Marina maybe was making me so upset. I was like, just the other day on Sunday when we played Indiana Fever, you was putting that 3 back-to-back threes like your life depended on it. Now today, you can barely hit a midi. I'm like, girl, what's really going on with Miss Marina Mabry? Okay, you're looking like the ops again, like how you used to play for Chicago. Again, also, guys, I just want to shout out to Dijonai Carrington, okay? This is her jersey. I'm rocking number 21, okay? I got Carrington on the back. She was just voted, okay, most improved player of the year, and I cannot think of another player who is more deserving than her. Again, like Dijonai Carrington been putting in work. I love her defensiveness, her aggressiveness, her passionate plays. She is Miss Officer Carrington, okay? Seat belt season, okay? Buckle up, okay? She said click it or ticket, babe, okay? Because when she comes around, when she's on her patrol, okay? When she's patrolling that court, you better have that seatbelt on or she will be putting the clamps on you. Again, Fever, they're a young team. Better luck next time. You know, they got all next year to figure something out. But again, like this is just a very, very this is an intense game. Now it's time to move on to the semifinals. Now that this means Connecticut Sun have moved on, can they take on the Minnesota Lynx? And I say Minnesota Lynx because again, their game is about to play on right now. I might check that out, but I just know they're gonna sweep up the Mercury. This is how I predicted the Aces was gonna blow away the Storm. How Connecticut Sun was gonna set sail or have the sun rise on the Fever, cook the Fever. I just know Minnesota Lynx is gonna beat up Phoenix Mercury because I always say like Mercury is a fraudulent team. That's just who they are. So again, this is the sixth time in a row consecutively at that the Connecticut Sun has played in the playoffs and actually went on to the semifinals. So again, it's now Minnesota Lynx. I believe it's Minnesota Lynx versus Connecticut Sun and Las Vegas Aces versus New York Liberty. I cannot wait, guys. I cannot wait. I'm nervous. Again, if you know anything about me, I do not like the New York Liberty. I'm rooting for the Aces to three-peat because, again, I love me some Asia Wilson. But I would love also for the Connecticut Sun to actually get a championship. But somebody got to beat the New York Liberty. I don't care who it is. Again, congratulations to my Connecticut Sun. We went in there. We got in. Or we fit in. We got it done. Okay? And y'all give them some love. Give Dijonai Carrington some love. Again, like she's been going through it. She showed a screenshot of an email. It was so disgusting what somebody had said to her. I ain't even going to post it or repeat it because it was just so disgusting and inhumane and just subhuman. So many people on social media was just showering her with love. Melissa Smith, sent her some flowers. It was so sweet. And it was like, that's another reason why Chrissy Side's mad. It was like, Chrissy Side's mad because ain't nobody give her no flowers. Again, y'all, ain't no crying, complaining, and whining going to be going on in my comment section. Congratulate these ladies. Again, Fever put up a good fight. Okay. Better luck next time. We'll see you next season. Okay. Again, congratulations to Dijonai Carrington. She is the most improved player. It is well deserved, and it's an honor to see her play. I love it. I love her energy, the energy that she brings to the WNBA. Call me what you want. Just don't call me on speakerphone.